Welcome to From the Shed End podcast with myself, T.Dot. Now, as always, thank you very much for joining me. And also as well, apologies because I haven't dropped a video in almost 2 weeks. Work life, family life, all the other stuff gets in the way sometimes. And to be honest as well, look, the season's over now. We've still got lots to do in the summer. Make sure you go and check out Spotify as well. Our latest episode is going to drop very soon. It's going to be the end of season podcast. So make sure you go and listen to that as well. Make sure you follow the Spotify account to make sure you don't miss any episodes of From the Shed End as well. But let's get into it. Of course, it was the final day of the season. Chelsea doing what Chelsea do, making life difficult for themselves, allowing Watford to get back into the game. 2-1. I mean, it's been an up and down season as a Chelsea fan. You know, you think back to the Champions League, the days when we were on top of the league, when we had Ben Chilwell, Reece James fully fit. It's been the COVID, all the players that had COVID as well, the turmoil with the club in terms of ownership, things happening with Thomas Tuchel off field. It's been a tough one. But in terms of the game, I mean, I wasn't surprised by the performance. It was a performance that we've seen pretty much most of this season. We've seen a lot of this sort of mediocre performances, and of course there was a lot of changes in that team. Kennedy, Saul Niguez, Ross Barkley, those kind of players coming into the team, maybe for a final farewell, maybe to show their quality to other clubs who might be interested in them. But to be fair, I thought Ross Barkley had a really good game. Obviously Kennedy providing the assist for the first goal with Kai Havertz as well. But yeah, I mean, defensively, it just showed us, my main worry in the summer, and obviously Todd Bowley getting that deal over the line, getting the takeover completed. But my main worry this summer is if we don't get the defence right. If we do lose, I mean, there's still talk and hope that we might be able to keep Azpilicueta, we might be able to keep Andreas Christensen, but to lose Rudiger, to lose potentially Marcos Alonso as well, that to me is the part of the squad that we need to get right. We need to get the right balance as well. Obviously, we've still got Trevor Chalobah. Thiago Silva is almost going on, 38, 39 by the end of his contract as well. So I do look at the squad defensively. That worries me, because even for the goal, I mean, the fact that Watford were able to put a cross in the way they did, I think it was Dan Gosling that got on end of it. It tells you a lot. It tells you that, defensively, coming to Stamford Bridge was like a fortress. You just wasn't able to score there. And even last season, Mendy picking up a lot of clean sheets. Something's obviously happened defensively. I think it's taken its toll on a lot of the players, the number of games that have been played with the squad as well, being down to its bare bones at times. So I think it's taking its toll on the squad. I'm sure they'll be happy that the season's come to an end. But it did. I mean, if it didn't show us anything against Watford, it showed us that we definitely need to invest a little bit more in that squad and get the right balance of the squad. You look at the likes of Kai Havertz, who I thought again played really well, but there's a lot of question marks in the squad. There's a lot of players who we'd love to see leave the club, but you can't do all that in one season. So I think we have to get the balance right in terms of who we let go this season, and then maybe reevaluate in the next window in the summer again. But yeah, I mean, it was a game that it just literally summed up our season. We go 1-0, we can't kill the game off, we invite the pressure back, Watford come back into the game, and then luckily, Ross Barkley gets the winner at the end. And even that, I mean, that header was a bit suspect as well, but they all count. But it's a difficult one, because I think we definitely played well in spells of the season. You think back to the FA Cup, the League Cup final, the second leg in that Real Madrid game in the Champions League, the Juventus game, the coming back from 2-0 down against Liverpool in January. Big games that we potentially may not have won, or we had to fight to get a result. So there's some good positives that we can take from the season. But if we look at some of the other performances where we drew games or we lost games, even recently at Everton, those kind of games that, you would expect us to win as champions of the world, which we're claiming to be. So it has been a difficult season. I think there will be some new signings. Jules Koundé apparently was spotted in London yesterday. So you'd expect maybe he's over here trying to work a deal, maybe get those discussions going, maybe agree personal terms before anything can be done, in terms of exchanging the contracts, etc. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good summer. Hopefully, if we get it right. If we get it wrong, then it's going to be a long summer. But I think it's been a good overall performance under the situations that we've been in, with the lack of squad at times due to COVID or due to injuries. The fact that, like I said at the start of this, we've had a lot of turmoil off the field as well. And we've managed to still finish third in a season which, yes, obviously you want to finish higher, but you do have to understand and look at the quality of depth that City have, that Liverpool are building as well. The difference in our team and City and Liverpool is miles apart at the moment. So I think to finish third, I can't really be annoyed at that. I mean, obviously you want to be higher up the table, you want to win the league, but we have to have the right players in to do that, and we haven't got them. And we've spent a lot of money over the last couple of seasons trying to get it right, and we haven't done it. We haven't got it right. We've brought in certain players that should have hit the ground running. A Romelu Lukaku for 97 million should hit the ground running. Timo Werner should hit the ground running. Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic, who a lot of the fans think might be leaving in the summer. We have to start getting this right. And if we don't, I think I said it on one of the episodes recently, we will get left behind. We'll get left behind because we'll end up like an Arsenal or a Tottenham, just making top four every single season. So we've got the quality in certain aspects of the squad, but the problem we have is we don't have the quality and depth, and we need to get that over the summer. We need to bring in some of the right players. We need to consider some of the players that are coming back in from their loan deals as well. Conor Gallagher being the obvious one. What happens to Billy Gilmore? Does he come back in? Broja as well from Southampton. Had a brilliant time at Southampton, started the season really well. Do we embed him into the team, bring him into the first team? I think we should. I think he has to have a really good pre-season to impress Thomas Tuchel. But look, season's come to an end. We finished third. We got what we kind of needed out of the season. Disappointing to lose 2 finals to Liverpool, especially on penalties as well. I thought we, especially in the League Cup, we definitely were the better team, and in spells in the FA Cup, we were half decent as well. But to come out with a Club World Cup, which is the one that we all wanted at the start of the season, the elusive trophy, to win the Super Cup as well. We expect more from the squad that we've got, but to take that with the fact that, Liverpool and Man City are definitely qualities and levels above us, it's one to take, it's one to improve on, I think, for next season. We just need to retain as much of the squad as possible, build on the squad, bring in the right players. Don't bring in a Neymar, the big diva. We need to bring in the right players. And for me, if we can do that, then I think we can potentially push for the league. We have to get this summer window right. More so as well because of the World Cup in November, December. We have to have enough quality players in there to be able to rotate, and we have to anticipate that we might get injuries, we might get COVID, we have to factor all these things into the squad now. So for me, we've got to get it right in the summer. Long season, enduring season. And it's been a roller coaster, but we're gonna have our end of season podcast. So, like I said at the start of this, if you want to listen to that, make sure you go and follow. Go to your Spotify account. You don't need to pay $9.99 or wherever it is for a Spotify to listen to the podcast. Just make sure you've got the app. Search From the Shed End, and then of course hit the follow button. And as soon as the episode drops, you'll be notified that it's out and available. We're going to be doing best player, best goal, all of that stuff in our next episode, so make sure you listen out for that one. And of course, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. All the viewers this season so far, people who've liked, commented and all of that stuff, and gave us some feedback on the YouTube channel and also the podcast as well. We appreciate it. So keep locked in. We're going to have some stuff to do over the summer as well. It's not going to go quiet. We're going to have loads of good episodes and videos to put out as well. Keep tuned. And thanks very much for following. I've been T.Dot. Until next time, stay safe.